Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into one of my favorite topics: how to create truly magnetic villains that captivate players and drive amazing campaigns. Get your notes ready, because I'm going to share some tips that will help you craft unforgettable antagonists your players will love to hate. We've all faced flat, forgettable villains in RPGs, right? The boring evil sorcerer who's just there to be an obstacle. The barbarian war chief whose only personality is growling battle cries. But a really well-developed villain with layers and depth, now that's something special. So let's get right into it. First tip. 1. Establish strong motivations. Don't just make your villain evil for evil's sake. Give them complex, emotional goals that drive their actions. Do they have a singular vision they'll stop at nothing to achieve? Are they fueled by vengeance? Do they believe only they can bring order to a chaotic world? Fleshing out motives that feel grounded and relatable, even if twisted, makes the villain seem like a real person instead of a cartoon. It gives players insight into how they think and raises the stakes of their schemes. 2. Give them dimension. Even the best villains shouldn't be completely one-note and unsympathetic. Give them positive qualities that shine through sometimes, like caring about their family or being deeply loyal to their principles. These contradictions and shreds of humanity make them seem multifaceted and more real. Have them demonstrate lapses in judgment rather than pure evil. Show how their warped worldview drives them down dark paths rather than just being mustache-twirlingly wicked. 3. Make them proactive. The most compelling villains aren't just reactive obstacles, they're constantly advancing their own agendas as active drivers of the story's central conflicts. Know their ultimate endgame goal and track their progress toward it, seeding clues about their advancing plans between adventures so their actions feel like relentless forward momentum toward disaster. The heroes should be on a collision course with the villain's schemes, creating ever-heightening tension. 4. Create an intriguing aesthetic. Go big in describing the villain's look, mannerisms, speaking style, and other signature flourishes to establish their vibe in players' minds. Ham it up with verbal tics, catchphrases, and larger-than-life theatrics. Lean into aesthetics that suit their personality, from aristocratic refinement to manic insanity. Even subtle things like a distinctive laugh can make a villain unforgettable. Make them a character players can instantly visualize. 5. Create impacts that resonate. More than anything, your villain should personally impact and twist the player characters' lives in painful ways. Have them target or destroy things the heroes care about, whether loved ones, precious resources, or trusted allies. Outmaneuver and humiliate the players at key moments. These emotional blows make defeating the villain and their ambitions feel deeply satisfying. It's the personal stakes and hardship they inflict that build real investment. 6. Build towards satisfying confrontations. As you develop the villain's schemes leading up to the climactic finale, be sure to foreshadow their abilities so nothing feels unearned. Allow them to win skirmishes along the way to establish their threat level, and have them frequently interfere with the party's plans to stoke anticipation. All of this lays the groundwork so that when you do reach that final, action-packed showdown, it delivers on an immense sense of catharsis as the players finally get to take down their nemesis. Villain archetypes. To spark some inspiration, let's run through a few classic villain archetypes you can model. The usurper, the zealot, the outsider, the mastermind, the destroyer. The usurper example: Amadhar, the bitter prince who was passed over for the throne, has been marshalling forces in secret to overthrow his sister, the current queen. Consumed by jealousy and believing he is the rightful ruler, Amadhar intends to claim the crown by any means necessary, even if it means razing the kingdom to the ground. The zealot example: Kavra is the fiery leader of the Purifying Flame, a religious cult that believes the world must be burned clean of corruption through brutal means. With a fervent certainty that she alone has seen the truth, Kavra aims to purge society by destroying the institutions and centers of power she deems unrighteous. The outsider example: Zyxx Slyther is a towering, extra-dimensional entity with unfathomable powers and an alien mindset. It is manifested on this plane with designs to reshape reality according to its unknowable ambitions. The party must unravel its disturbing plans and cosmic origins while combating its bizarre abilities and corrupting influence. The mastermind example: Lady Evrelina Delbruck is an influential noblewoman and apparently legitimate businesswoman. But secretly she is the leader of the Black Knot crime syndicate, using her wealth and connections to dominate the region's underworld while furthering her grasp on political and economic control through conspiracies and manipulation. The Destroyer example, Gorthog the Ravager, is an ancient, kraken-like monster that has newly awoken with an endless hunger to reduce all of civilization to rubble and slaughter. Commanding unholy legions, Gorthog begins a bloody rampage, destroying cities and killing any who will not submit to mindless obedience. Only an alliance of the greatest heroes can hope to drive this embodiment of mindless devastation back into the abyss. Conclusion: there you have it, folks, a master blueprint for crafting antagonists your players will be buzzing about for years to come. Just remember to follow the tips we covered, establish motivations that feel real, add human depth and contradictions, have them proactively drive the action, give them flair and aesthetic flourishes, make their villainy impact the heroes directly, and build up to massively satisfying showdowns. Do all that, and I promise your villains will imprint on your players' minds and hearts and make your campaigns instantly more gripping. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and share any other tips that have helped you create memorable villains. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss new TTRPG world building and GM advice right here on the channel. Until next time, go out there and craft some bad guys worth fearing. I'll see you in the next one.